Welcome back everyone, I'm Kipley's Games, this is EVE Online, and this is a special and very probably stupid edition of our ship fitting series. Now I've decided, just because it's the new year, to do a special ship fit, and I'm going to base this fit on a well-known ship from a very popular science fiction television series. And let's play a game, let's see if you can work out what the ship is before I finish fitting it. Now I've chosen a Minmatar Stabber because it has all the right slots which I think we're going to need for this ship, and it bears a somewhat passing resemblance to the ship, so there's one clue for you. The ship I'm thinking of is very fast, so let's put a micro warp drive on it. Like so. Tanking wise, the ship I'm thinking of doesn't appear to have shields, and it doesn't appear to have much armour. So I'm going to be insane and do a hull tank on this ship. So let's come down here, let's put a damage control Mark II on it, and then we'll put a couple of bulkheads just to increase the armour even more. And then because we're going fully insane, let's get some bulkhead rigs, 3 of them. Even though they're expensive, we really need to get our structure up. Transverse bulkheads. And 25% bonus to your hull hit points. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Weapons wise, the ship I'm thinking of has 2 missile launchers and 4 autocannons, which is excellent because this is exactly what the Stabber has. So let's get into turrets and launchers. Let's get the missile launchers. I think we'll go rapid light. Even though this is a silly fit, I do want it to be somewhat usable and feasible in EVE Online. And projectile turrets, what we need are autocannons medium because it's a Stabber. And we'll go for 4 of these. Now the capacitor could do with some help, so let's get a capacitor battery. I think we'll go for a compact, just like so. And the ship I'm thinking of most definitely does have some tracking computers. In fact, we'll put a gyro stab on as well. Just because I don't want to go full tank, I do actually want to be able to deal some damage. Tracking computers wise, I think we'll just double up on them. And then we'll put 1 of each type of script in them so that the 2 computers are not stacking penalising each other. Then we'll get some ammo. I think we'll go for some Republic Fleet Phase Plasma because we're going to need to do lots of damage, and we'll go for Scourge Fury. And the ship I'm thinking of actually does have some drones. It has 3 drones. In the show they're only reconnaissance, but this is EVE Online, so they're going to be combat. And we'll just stick on 5 Hobgoblin 2s. Well, this was going to be the fit I was going to use, but then in season 5 of the show they added what they call a railgun to this ship, and even I am not insane enough to put a hybrid railgun on a Stabber, but I am going to keep it faithful to the show, and we're going to take off one of our autocannons and we're going to replace it with an artillery cannon. I know we're mixing autocannons and artillery and missiles, and it's stupid and you should never do this in EVE Online, but then I'm rich and I can afford to mess around with things like this. Well, that all fitted, so that's nice. And let's get some Republic Fleet Phase Plasma in that weapon as well. So here we have it. This is the finished fit. It's cap stable, it's fast as anything, it goes nearly 2,500 meters a second. It's hull tanked, which is insane, although it's good because the resistances, there is no resistance all, they're all at 60, they're all equally kinda mediocre. So our shield and our armour will be our buffer, and then we'll have to leave once our hull gets to about 1/3. We'll have to leave, if indeed we do have to leave, because we are pushing out 466 DPS. Rapid light missiles, range 32, they'll apply just fine to everything. 220 Vulcan autocannon 2, range 25, well that's not too bad, that's respectable. And their tracking is 63.25, so they'll have no trouble tracking frigates. This will, the artillery will. This is what has ruined this fit, to be honest, but it needed to be done because it's in the show. So this has a huge fall off range, optimal range around 17, so it's not too bad. I mean, if we stay around the optimal of this, which is 17, That means we'll be pretty well between optimal and fall off for the autocannons. And the missiles won't care about what range we're at, they always hit if they're in range. So it's not the most ludicrous fit I've ever seen. It's still quite a bad fit, but it's what we're going with. And I have named this the Rocinante, because this is based off the Rocinante in The Expanse. It does look somewhat like it. It's got the correct weapons. It's hull tanked as it is in the show. Let's see what happens on level 2 mission, shall we? This could be hilarious. That's fine, let's do it. We're going... How many systems are we going? Ah, it's only next door. Right, it's fighting mercenaries, which again is actually quite thematic to the show. So let's do it. Let's see how bad this ship is. We've grouped the weapons and separated them out a little bit, so I know that this is the big boom. This is the PDCs, otherwise known as 220mm Vulcan autocannon 2s. And this is the so-called torpedo launchers. I mean, I could have tried to fit heavy assault launchers or heavy missiles on this, but rapids are easier to fit, and they actually make more sense. Nothing else on this ship makes sense. Well, let's see what happens. I should reconfigure the health alerts. Let's put the hull threshold on 33, that tells us when we have to leave. We'll leave the armour and shield at 50. No, we have no active repair on this. This is all just face tanking it, so we're going to have to repair it at a station every time we finish a mission.
Warp drive active.
Speaking of a mission, we're about to head in. Let's change the keep it range to 15,000 and we'll make orbit 12. That should kinda keep everything in range, I think. No, this is gonna be terrible. Okay, we have 5 frigates on the in-gate. I tried finding a skin that looked somewhat like the Rocinante, but I really couldn't. And to be honest, the default Mimitar skin doesn't look too bad. Hey, what range? Hey, I think this guy's within range of them. That guy's in range of that. And that guy's in range of them. Oh, look at that, we killed something. Wow. I am impressed. Okay. We're actually killing things. Wow. Well, that was super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Warp drive active.
I do have to remind myself not to press Ctrl R to reload, because it will cause the rapid light missiles to reload, and that will take 35 seconds. Okay, there's nothing here. Good, let's run away. No, they're all going to spawn in. How many are going to spawn in? Oh, see, lots of little spawns. Right, let's go for these guys. This is 50... I mean, the artillery's just got such a massive range. It's so impressive. And of course it spawned lots of them right on top of us. And... let's missile this guy, autocannon this guy. I mean, it does seem to be working. Our shields are starting to go down for the first time. Maybe we should try a level 3 mission. What do you think? Yeah, why not? If we're going to be stupid, let's be properly stupid. Right, we're out of range, we're going to have to start moving. Let's go. Let's just orbit this guy. Okay, the artillery is just missing all the time, which we knew it would because it's artillery. The missiles will always hit at least. Right, if that's the big guy, I think we'll get our artillery just to hammer away at this guy, because it's the biggest target. And having the worst tracking won't bad idea.
Warp drive active.
Okay, we're in the mission system, heading headlong towards our probable death. Or at least having to warp out. Oh man, what am I doing? It does look cool. You've got to love a stabber. Right, we're gonna have to get up to speed straight away. Orbit this guy, get up to speed, shoot his henchman. Good, first one down. This one down. Gonna have to get the drones and artillery on the cruiser. Probably the missiles as well, actually. We'll just use our autocannons on the frigates. Right, let's try and be somewhat clever here, shall we? And just get this guy in a flyby. And that's the armour at half. That's not good. Kind of getting out of range with most of our weapons. Or not, as the case may be. Let's try some fancy manual piloting here. Good, there's another one down. And looks like our hull is about to start taking damage. Yep, we're now in hull damage. Man, this is the worst fit I've ever flown in my life. Well, no, it's not actually. I have flown worse fits when I was a rookie. I had no idea what I was doing in this game. Alright. Oh, that's what I didn't want to happen. Whoops. Yeah, drones just went off and shot the trigger on their own because I wasn't paying any attention, and now we're in trouble. Well, he's dead now anyway. Let's get the missiles on this guy and the artillery. I'm gonna have to pick off all these frigates, I think. Nice one, drones. Are we going to have to escape? Or can we speed tank this?
A module has run out of charges.
Okay, now we're in trouble. I can't see what our drones are attacking. It seems to be this guy here, so let's kind of cut across his angle.
A module has run out of charges.
Okay, now we have to leave.
Warp drive active.
Come on, drones, get back before we die. Or before we warp out. Come on. Here we go. And... come on, get into warp. Get into warp. Oh, man. Well, things were kind of going alright until our drones aggressed the trigger, because I didn't notice, and brought in that entire spawn wave before we finished killing the first wave. But we didn't do too badly. I could just sit out here for about an hour whilst everything slowly repairs due to the tether, but
Docking
we're just going to dock.
request accepted.
Dock and do it instantly. thank you for the free repairs. And whilst we're here, we'll reload everything as well. And there we are. Okay, here we go again. Once we get up to speed, we should be able to tank these cruisers. There's only, what, 7 or 8 of them? We're only outnumbered 8 to 1 and a hull tanked stabber with mixed weapons. What can possibly go wrong? Right, let's just head straight up. And turn the micro warp drive on, you idiot. Let's get all 4 of our different weapon systems on this one cruiser. Hooray! Oh, what is going on? Well, the shield and armour lasted about 3 seconds that time out. Wow. Right, get that one. Because that was the one we nearly killed before we had to leave last time. Good. Okay, the drones want to attack that one apparently. So let's go for this one. We'll just cut across them. Now luckily, these guys seem to be railgun fitted, which is good. If these guys are all firing missiles, then obviously they'd always hit us all the time. And the only reduction in... the only kind of tanking we'd be able to do would be speed. Just to reduce their application.
A module has run out of charges.
No, please just beat the artillery. No, of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't. Of course it was the rapid lights that have run out. Oh well. They're only contributing what? 74 DPS? Bam! One more down. And the missiles are reloaded. Hooray! Ah, one left. Right, let's see if he can track me at this kind of range. Let's orbit him at 15. That thing there is what we need to blow up to rescue the damsel. Cool. We didn't explode. Well, things could have gone much worse. We had to warp out once, we almost had to warp out that second time, but we managed to kill enough bad guys. I think we still would have had to warp out, even if we hadn't hit the trigger straight away. See, because we've been taking hull damage, lots of our modules are being damaged as well. But luckily, it's free repairs. In the olden days, when we didn't have free repairs at Upwell structures, this ship would cost hundreds of thousands to get fixed. So that is how to do a level 2 and a level 3 mission in one of the worst fits I've ever made. That was pretty clenched there in the second mission, but we did it. That's what the Rocinante does. It always wins against overwhelming odds, even with stupid weapon fit-outs and a hull tank. I hope you found this video fun. I'm not sure if I'll do anything else with this particular ship. I'll probably refit it to proper EVE Online fittings. I might think of another sci-fi ship to recreate in EVE Online. If you can think of one, post it in the comments below, and then I'll disregard it as being insane, because this is testing my nerves more than I wanted to. I hope you come back for whatever I decide to show you next, and I hope you take very good care of yourself until then. Talk to you later.